season 3 of Bridgerton. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Second of all, tell me all the tea. What can we expect?
The tea is flowing from the walls, from the ballrooms, from everywhere. There's so much happening this season.
What is the primary force that guides us along our paths?
Penelope.
Is it our minds or our hearts?
How does it work then with the steamy scenes? How do you mentally and physically prepare for moments like that on set?
I think we always knew this season was coming and this day was coming. So I think we've always mentally prepared. But also, I guess there's pros and cons, because it is like, that is my friend, but at the same time, it's beneficial. It's not a stranger that I've just rocked up on set and met for the first day and had to do a kissing scene. Like, we have a good friendship that we've built over the years. So yeah.
I find it really nerve-wracking. I think it's far more nerve-wracking when you've known the person. You know, if it's a stranger, you kind of go, oh, well, this is my kissing person. So we've had a few scenes where we sort of had to say quite romantic things to one another, and we were like hysterically laughing, and I look at his face and I can just see a muscle twinge, like he's gonna laugh and then I laugh. So it's hard, but also what's great about it is there's such a level of trust there, so we can really talk about it and like tease each other, and it's been good.
So no awkwardness.
Loads of awkwardness.
Okay,
I don't say no, loads of awkwardness, but I think we're getting there. Yeah, it's good.
Are we not friends?
Friends. I know a lot of people are waiting for Colin Bridgerton to get called out, and he does.
I would never dream of courting Penelope Featherington. Not in your wildest fantasies, Fife.
It's about time he got some comeuppance for what he said. People come up to me on the street and they're like, I didn't like what he said about you. And I'm like, don't worry, she'll get her own back.
That was a hard scene to shoot, let alone like see it on screen and also see the response like from the fans. It was a really weird one, like being so connected to that character and particularly their relationship and friendship over the last 2 years, and then to suddenly see that kind of like almost like a curveball moment. I had to like really try and justify that and the way that he felt. So that's what I was so excited about going into season 3, like how we were going to address that, because we're not just starting a new season, everyone's on good terms. Like there's a lot of conflict that we've got to resolve before we even move on.
I cannot live at home any longer. I must take a husband.
Does my lady have a suitor in mind?
Is that our brother?
Colin?
She definitely decides this season, you know, Colin's not into her, she's lost her best friend, so she fakes until she makes it, has this glow-up look that she's maybe not quite ready to inhabit yet. But yeah, her confidence definitely grows. She becomes a woman this year, I would say.
Lord Debbling. He is eager to take a wife this season.
You look especially beautiful tonight, Miss Featherington.
I think it's about time Colin had to sadly look across the ballroom. I say to Luke Newton, I'm like, I've had to do it for 3 years, so it is about time. He was like, it doesn't feel nice. I'm like, I know it doesn't feel nice. There you go.
That's one of the really fun parts to play is the balance between how Penelope feels about Colin and also and how he feels about her, and you know, they've got this amazing friendship from years ago when they first met. So yeah, I think we really dive in and we do explore his role in helping her find her match and what he can offer and how he can assist her, I guess.
Mother, do you believe the best foundation for love is friendship?
It is rare, but you must follow your heart.
As Luke, as a fan of the show, yourself, do you want Colin and Penelope to be endgame?
I think that's what was done so well in season 1 and season 2, and actually that's something that's really explored this season, where there are moments when I think fans will question that, and maybe there'll be a bit of a curveball, and they might not want what they've wanted previously. I mean, I would have to back them. I can't want their stories to go any other way than how they're intended, because I'm just, like I said, I'm such a fan of the show and a fan of that friendship and relationship.
I think, well, it's really funny because the scene that Luke and I talk about the most is from season 1, where they're at the ball together and they're on the edge and they're sort of like making fun of everyone and having a little like gossip sesh, and I'm like, they're soulmates. It takes time to realize it, but also they've got such a good foundation of friendship, and I think something about this season is it's so romantic. You really feel them falling in love, and because they're two sort of awkward characters, I think it's so relatable. So yeah, I'm really excited to share.
Louise, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're right about all of it. I was trying to protect you.
Is that what you were doing? By writing about me in your latest sheet? by telling the entire world about things I trusted you
It
with.
was the only way I could convince the Queen it wasn't you. It was the only way I could save you.
The only person you were interested in saving was yourself.
Does Penelope continue as Lady Whistledown?
If you were the #1 writer in London, wouldn't you continue? She's the richest woman in London. She's got a good thing going.
So what would it take then for Penelope and Eloise to restore their relationship?
I think there was a huge betrayal of trust there. Huge. And I mean, you know, there's more to come in the fact that she's like, you know, in love with her brother. That's going to be an awkward convo to have. But I think that they're like best friend soulmates. So I have faith that things will be okay. They better be okay. I'm going to be mad about it.
Well, I suppose Eloise is going to have to listen, which I don't think she does at all. Being left alone and sort of figuring out who she is, what she wants, she's going to realise that there's more to life than this. And hopefully she will understand how difficult it might have been for Penelope as well. And I think ultimately Penelope's going to need her best friend back. Yeah. I care about you. And if we continue on like this, I could not live with myself if you are the one who has to face the consequences.
I am rooting for Eloise and Theo. Where will we see that relationship pick up in season 3?
Well, I think more of it is about Eloise finding this independence, and, you know, she's been so vocal about how she feels about this system that we have with these dances and these suitors and these matches, that now I think we get to find and see her own way of discovering who she is in this environment and how she works there.
A big fan of the show,
Yes,
Kim Kardashian.
yes.
You have actually invited to come
Oh
visit
my gosh,
set.
of course.
Where do we stand with that?
So I met Kim at the Met Gala and she was so sweet and she was in the iconic Marilyn gown and yeah, it was so good. She can come anytime. She can come have some catering if she wants. Some like shepherd's pie, if you know, that's what she's into. Yeah, I would love to have her.
We
Of
gotta
course.
get her in the background of a ball scene.
For
like,
sure.
How good, that would be such like a fun modern day moment watching. It would be so good.
Yeah, Viscountess Calabasas. She's very welcome.
Dearest gentle reader, we have been apart for far too long.
What about getting Julie Andrews on the show?
Oh
I
my
know, of
God.
course, she lends her beautiful voice, but what about actually a cameo? I feel
I would die. When I found out she was cast, I cried because they said it was someone iconic, but that is truly iconic. So, I mean, could you imagine? But I don't know, but I feel like I would be weird to her because, you know, it's like Maria von Trapp. I'm like, oh. But yeah, oh God, that would be amazing.
I mean, also, you are Lady Whistledown.
Yeah, we share.
That's
I
true.
always tell people I job share with Julie Andrews. If they're like, what's your job? I'm like, that's what I do.
Have you had a conversation with her?
She sent me a lovely email on my birthday from one Lady Whistledown to the other. And I'm like, that's the best email I'm ever going to get in my life.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Mic drop
Right.
moment.
Yeah.
Oh my God.